Hi guys, welcome back to OK Math. Today we will continue learning about the absolute value functions. First, let's do a quick review of what we learned in the last lesson. The absolute value of number, it can be considered as the distance of number from 0 on a number line. For example, absolute value of -3 will be 3 because -3 is 1, 2, 3 away from 0 on a number line. Same concept applies to positive number. For example, absolute value of 4 will be 4 because 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from 0 on the number line. So we summarize the last lesson by saying the absolute value of number will always be positive. If the value inside of the absolute value sign is positive, it can come out as the way it is. So that's the case when the value is greater than or equal to 0. However, if the value inside of the sign is negative, it should come out with an extra negative sign to make the whole thing as positive. Remember, negative times negative gives you positive. So this is the case when the value that was inside the sign was in fact negative, less than 0. What if we have an expression going on inside of the absolute value sign? Well, in that case, we're going to consider whatever it's inside a sign as star. So we're looking at this as absolute value of star. And remember, the star can be star if star is positive value. And star will be negative star if star is less than 0, which is a negative value. Since we don't know if x minus 3 is positive or negative value, we need to consider both cases. So case number 1 is if x minus 3 is in fact greater than equal to 0, which means positive. Case number 2 is in fact x minus 3 is negative value, less than 0. To make it look a bit more organized, let's simplify this inequality first. So this is a case when x is greater than equal to 3. And this is the case, same thing happens here, when x is less than 3. So in this case, we know whatever that's inside of the absolute value sign is positive, therefore that can come out from the sign the way it is. So this case, f at x will be x minus 3. In this case, we know inside of the absolute value sign is negative, therefore when we open up the absolute sign, we need to give negative in front of it. So watch out here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the absolute value sign by giving negative to the entire thing that was inside of the sign. Here, the negative is going to apply to every single thing. So negative times positive gives you negative. Negative times negative gives you positive. So that's going to be the equation for now. Okay, one more time. Let's write this in a bit more organized manner. So f at x can be x minus 3 if x is greater than or equal to 3. This is coming from here. And f at x can be in fact, negative x plus 3 if x is less than 3. This is called piecewise functions. Here is an example we can try. Express f at x equals absolute value of 3x plus 2 as a piecewise function. We need to consider two cases here. When 3x plus 2, which is inside of the absolute value sign, is positive. And another case, when 3x plus 2 is in fact negative. When it's positive, we know the f at x will be the same look, 3x plus 2, without the absolute value sign. But this is not really great looking condition here. So we're going to simplify this, minus 2, minus 2. And then, in order to get rid of 3, which is multiplication here, we do division. Divided by 3, divided by 3. Alright, so we can say x is greater than or equal to negative 2 over 3. Alright, so this case is when x is greater than or equal to negative 2 over 3. Same thing here. We know when inside of the absolute value is negative, it comes out with negative sign. So in this case, f at x will be written as minus or negative 3x plus 2. Now let's simplify the bracket here. Negative times positive gives you negative. Negative times positive gives you negative. So that's going to be your f at x. Time to simplify this inequality. Minus 2 to get rid of that. And then divided by 3. Divided by 3 to get rid of the 3. So this is a case when x is less than negative 2 divided by 3. Sorry, that looks like a minus sign. So this is a case when x is less than negative 2 over 3. Okay, let's write them nicely here. So therefore, the piecewise function will look like this. F at x will be 3x plus 2 if x is greater than or equal to negative 2 divided by 3, 2 over 3. And it will be negative 3x minus 2 if x is less than negative 2 over 3. That will be my answer to this question. In summary, an absolute value function can be written as a piecewise function, depending on whether the inside of absolute value sign is positive or negative. I hope you found the video helpful. Please continue watching the next videos to learn more about the absolute value functions. Bye!